It's safe to say there's a problem in the American workplace. Americans are working harder, not smarter, actually spending more hours a week every year. People are actually spending more time at work than with their own families or friends or at home. This seems to be a major problem in America, and it definitely is. 31.5% of Americans are actively engaged in work. This means that 1 in 3 of American workers are actually committed to achieving organizational goals and find their work interesting. The same survey by Gallup said that 16.5% of Americans are actively disengaged in work, probably finding ways to be distracted or look busy. The American attention span, per researchers, is said to be 20, 10, or even 5 minutes in modern times. This is scary, and we think the way to increase this is creative workspaces. Google, Apple, Facebook, and Twitter are some of the most highly valued companies in the world. They employ the most creative workspaces, and sorry, these companies seem to be the exception, not the rule. But we think that this has the potential to increase productivity and has the research to back it up. Collaborative workspaces, playfulness, nature, elements of decor, lighting, temperature, noise, and ergonomics can increase this productivity, which we're talking about right now.
First, we're going to talk about collaborative workspaces, and one component of collaborative workspaces is an open floor plan, as seen in this picture. Open floor plans are critical because they inspire constant collaboration between employees in functional areas, rather than having employees working in private cubicles or isolated offices. These settings are often decorated with comfortable lounge chairs, couches, circular tables, furniture similar to what you find in a home. And the reason for this is because when employees are comfortable, creativity is at its peak. These types of environments foster constant collaboration and brainstorming. And in this picture, we see some workers writing down notes on a whiteboard. And brainstorming is critical because it not only builds the morale of employees, but it ensures that all team members are actively participating in the process of generating ideas. We're also going to talk about multi-purpose workspaces. Hannah and I actually traveled to Ireland over spring break, where we visited a number of companies. One of the most notable was Google, where they had kitchenettes, an outdoor playground, a pool, several relaxation settings, and as Chris mentioned before, our attention span is only so long, so it's important to have these types of environments so that employees can take a break from their work so that they're able to reorient themselves towards their task at a later time. Another notable company that Hannah and I visited was Microsoft, where they had a barber shop, a gym, doctors, dry cleaning, laundry services, all on site of their campus. And the reason behind this is because Microsoft believes that if they're able to accommodate their employees' needs in one setting, they're going to inspire everyone to congregate in one place, which leads to innovation and invention. Next, Chris is going to talk about playfulness.
Playfulness may seem to be something that's counterproductive to workplace efficiency, but it's actually correlated with it. I'm guessing many of you don't have gyms, ball pits, basketball courts, or slides, or even bars at your workplace, as most Americans don't. These are the companies that are employing these to be the most innovative companies in the world. This carefree fun actually leads to more effective employees and more productive days for people. If the average attention span, we keep touching on this point, is actually 20, 10, or even 5 minutes, who feels better after a workout? Who feels better after a little carefree fun? So right here you see a ball pit. So in this next slide you see a slide, which we were talking about, a pool table, a little bar, coffee area, and right here we see some arcade games.
Next we're going to talk about nature. Ron Freeman, he is a psychologist, and he conducted a lot of research about workplace setting and published the book, The Best Place to Work. And he found that employees have a fundamental need to have access towards lighting, a beautiful landscape, and something as simple as a potted plant. So having plants in the workspace not only cleans the air, but it helps the employees feel emotionally healthy and focused, and it can do as much as increase productivity by 12%. Moreover, companies that incorporate the outdoors within their work setting portray this image to their employees and their prospective customers that they are a warm environment and that they are in a friendly environment. So here we have a couple pictures of just bringing the outdoors in. Here's just actually grass within a business where companies or employees come, sit, have a little picnic, and here's a cute little palm tree. Next, we're going to talk about the elements of decor. Some observable artifacts like flags, logos, they communicate to employees that they value hierarchy and structure, while elements like Plaques, certificates, and trophies communicate to employees that the organization values hard work and that they're willing to reward this hard work. Another example would be here at Under Armour, they have a picture or a wall art that says humble and hungry. This communicates their espoused values. Under Armour values employees who work hard but also remain humble, and this is also reflected in the athletes that they endorse, and a great example would be Jordan Spieth, who is not only ambitious in his goals as a golfer, but he's also a humble member of the community. Now we'll have Hannah talk about lighting.
Now it's important that managers really consider the senses of the employees. These all embody lighting, noise, and temperature. Now they all seem like small factors, but together they really culminate to the employee satisfaction overall. Now with lighting, it is important to increase the capacity and to boost the performance of employees by catering to the employees' preferences of whether they prefer natural lighting or if they prefer a softer, dim lighting or even fluorescent. It's all really catering to what the employees really work best at. And it's really important that managers really take that into consideration. It's also important to really consider that that employees are able to escape the collaborative workspace and that really noisy environment by really having a little getaway where they can have a private space where they can take private phone calls and just have a place for themselves where they can de-stress and really refocus. Like Chris and Casey emphasized, how it's really critical to retain employee focus in amounts of time. It's really important that employees have this option of being able to get away and being able to have a collaborative yet a private workspace. Now, it's important that we also talk about ergonomics as in general. It is the study of how employees interact with the environment that they work in. Now, factors like this also consider flexibility, adaptability, as well as customization. And with this, there are factors such as adjustable work desks, as well as mobile desks and surfaces, as well as mobile seating. Here you can see how mobile desks work together to really create that autonomy for employees, where employees are able to have that option of having impromptu meetings in a very relaxed workspace where they can create their own space and really adjust to their work-based demands.
So we talked about how collaborative workspaces, nature, playfulness, lighting, noise, design, ergonomics can lead to higher job satisfaction, increase the productivity of employees, foster innovation and creative thinking, and actually strengthen company culture. All these ideas are backed up by research. At TED, we like when you actually take these ideas home and not just listen to them and forget about them the next day. Start by bringing a tennis ball to work. Just throw it around with your fellow co-workers and just have fun at the workplace. There's actually businesses that employ many of these ideas and go into workplaces that may seem boring and actually make them fun, make them creative, and actually thereby increase worker productivity. So thank you for your time, and that's all we have.